Hello, my beautiful friends. It has been a little over 3 months since I moved into my new studio and gift shop space called the Owl's Nest Studio, and I thought it would be fun to give you a little peek at how everything's been shaping up, the projects I've been working on, and some of the new goodies I've been adding. When I first moved into this rental space, I had so many ideas and a sprinkle of chaos, of course, and now 3 months later, it's feeling more and more like a cozy art studio in here. When we last saw the studio, I had just finished painting the windows and the inside was starting to feel cozier with a few of my favorite products on display. And it was really starting to feel like my little creative home away from home, but there was still so much to do. This is the new sign that I finally added to the outside, by the way, to let people know I was open. I'd like to make something a little larger in the future and add a little cute neon sign to the window when I'm open, but for now, that one outside works. And then this was how you last saw the inside when I put up that very first I opened a gift shop video. It feels like this space is just constantly evolving, and I'm constantly tweaking things and experimenting with new layouts and placements. And since this last view, I've added new things to the space, like new paintings, new products, and little things that help make this place feel more like home, like my home studio, and to help my shop run more smoothly. So for instance, I needed to get an apron. I've been painting so much in this space and I kept getting paint on all of my favorite clothes because you can't run your own little shop and not wear some of your nicer things, right? To help feel like a true legit shop girl. Well, that also meant I was getting paint on all of my favorite things. So I got a cute little denim pink apron and it has been holding up quite nicely and it already has paint on it. I got some paper bags for my larger orders, like for coloring books to fit in. I currently only have some small bags that I've had for years from a craft show, and I needed something larger for books. Here I got a reorder in of a little mug because the first mug I ordered was not my artwork on it. It was someone else's, so that was a good replacement, super cute. I also ordered a cash box. I was very surprised by how many people are actually still paying with cash these days, and I was a little bit unprepared my first week, so I ordered a cash box to keep myself nice and organized. Back when I used to do craft shows, I used to just have like this little Tupperware container of change, and then I kept my cash in an apron. And that does not work in a shop like this, so it was time to transfer over some of my coins from my old little craft show Tupperware box to this new legit cash box, and this was a very satisfying task. The next thing I'll need to invest in is a receipt printer, but for now I'm just texting and emailing receipts as needed. Then I got very lucky and my mom found a free table and chairs on the side of the road, so this table here was a freebie, and what a score. So then I ordered a tablecloth to be my kind of signature peachy color to put on here. And I will admit, I misread the description, and this tablecloth is not for a regular 4-foot table. It's for one of those super skinny fold-up ones, so you will watch me embarrassingly try to fit this on and then realize my mistake. Happens to the best of us, am I right? So for now, I'm using this tablecloth to kind of cover up some ugly areas in here. And I'll just brainstorm another use for this, or maybe eventually I'll have one of those little folding tables for when I do art classes in here. Who knows? I'll find a way to use it. I find this pretty funny to watch because I stayed in my denial for quite a bit here while I kept trying to get this to fit on the table because I told myself, I know I read in that description that it said for a 4-foot table, and this table is 4 feet. I just didn't read the width of it. So here's where I finally realized, yeah, this isn't happening. Oops. But it all worked out. I went back down to my basement and got back in my craft show bins, and I found a really nice cream colored tablecloth that I'm now using. I took this old yellow one off eventually, but I just needed something this day to set up this setting for an event that was happening on a weekend, and so I just wanted something there in the middle to put more product on, and that worked for the time being. Now I think it looks much better, and you'll see at the end of the video how it looks. So, the other thing that happened in these first few months in the studio, which I really wasn't expecting, was I actually had commissions. So, during those first few weeks open, when I tried to be open during big events in our town, I had people come in and look at the things on my walls and obviously made some sales, but then also had people see something and then ask for a custom piece based on something they saw, or they needed a duplicate because they wanted two of something. So, I was just so honored to already have made 3 commissions in this space. That felt so special. I made a small watercolor painting that you just saw. Someone needed 2 of them, and I had one. They picked the one that I already had, and then I made 2 more so she could choose between the 2 for her second piece. Then I had a man come in and commission a larger acrylic painting that I'm working on here for his wife for Christmas. They wanted a piece that represented their camp or cabin here in the UP. And he saw a painting on my wall that had trees and a glowing light and grass. And he said, "This looks so much like my camp, but I want birch trees instead. Is that possible?" So, yes, that is possible. So I made this piece for his wife for Christmas. And then the third was a tweak on one of my digital paintings that I have framed, which I have printed out and framed in the shop. So somebody asked if I could change some of the colors on something so that she could have one for herself and one for a family member, and she wanted one of them a different color. So that was a fun piece to work on as well. So yeah, those 3 commissions, and then I also sold another original painting, which was completely unexpected, to a total stranger from out of town. And he ended up buying a piece to put in his daughter's nursery. So this has just been such a wonderful first few months open, and I'm so excited to see what happens in the spring and summer to come, because that's when town will become alive again. Right now is the very, very quiet time in Crystal Falls, Michigan. We do have like snowmobilers and, kind of snow tourism, but it's not as lively as spring and summer and fall. So right now is that quiet time where you work on lots of creative projects, and I'm filming classes and things like that, and also trying to just make tons of paintings to fill this studio space. So if you stick around with me for a few more minutes, you're going to see a lot of the paintings that I've made in these first few months in the studio. And these paintings are more than just one original painting product, because after I finish a painting, I photograph it or scan it and then turn it into other products for the shop, whether that's a framed art print or greeting cards or stickers, and that helps kind of fill out the shop even more. And so one single painting does a lot of heavy lifting. It's also been really fun and fulfilling to revive some of my older artwork that's just kind of been sitting on my computer for a long time to create products for this space. It's stuff that just kind of fizzled out for online sales, or I just haven't been pushing it enough, but I've been able to kind of reimagine those pieces and turn them into new things in this space, and that has just made me really happy, and those things have been selling. In fact, one of the things that became one of my best sellers in here was something that I haven't looked at in I don't know, 7 years maybe. So it's been really cool to do that as well. So that piece of artwork specifically is my Trust the Journey Metamorphosis piece of artwork. So it's kind of a butterfly's journey from caterpillar to butterfly. And people have really been loving that. So they've been buying it as a sticker and a mug, and now online I have it as a sweater and a tote bag. And so if you'd like to see that, you can always check out my shop below, or come and visit me in Crystal Falls. I'd love to see you. The other thing that winter is going to be really great for are personal small classes. I have my first one booked for sometime this month, and I'm really excited. It's going to be the first one in this space. It's going to be a watercolor wonderland class between 2 folks and I think it's going to be really special, and I'm excited for more people to book these little art experiences with me. It's something that I am offering for up to 5 people, because this is such a small space, so they're going to be very intimate little classes, and we tailor them to whatever the group would like to do. So we plan it out ahead of time, obviously, and it can be an intro to watercolor or watercolor pencils, or painting a bookmark, painting a little scene, with kids, we can do more crafty things if it's just for like a small group of children. So there's all kinds of things that I can do, and I'm excited to see where that goes and excited to get more people into this space. So here is a look at that finished painting. Here it is without the words, and then here it is with the Camp 20 words. That painting went really well. The customer was very happy, so very happy about that. So here we are starting even more paintings to fill up the space. This was just a personal piece as a part of my forest floor series, and I love working on these oval shaped canvases. They're so fun and inspiring. So this piece doesn't have a home yet, but it looks so cute on my gallery wall behind my checkout counter. And I think this piece will end up translating really well to a sticker and maybe like a tote bag, or I don't know. When you see the finished painting in just a minute, you'll have to let me know if you think there's a different product that this would look really nice on. So looking ahead, there is a very large list of things that I still want or need to do in this space. I want to make my window paintings a little bigger, and I also want to add a quote to one of the windows and then change it out periodically. I want to make sure it's something really uplifting and inspiring, because that's what this space is meant to be. Again, I want to order a cute neon open sign that I can turn on to help draw more eyes to my space. I also want to make a little QR code sign to put in the window so people can browse my online shop even when I'm not here, because I'm only open when I can be. You know what I'm saying? So I can't be here all of the time at this phase in my life. So my goal is to be in here a minimum of 2 days per week, but I would love to be in here more like 4 or 5 days a week. So we'll see how that kind of goes over the next few months. Right now it's really hard because, again, it's winter. It's also very cold in here. It's an old building, so it's very hard to get it to a comfortable temperature without running my little space heaters. But yeah, I'd like to be in here even more and painting even more. The other thing I really want to work on is learning more about window display, because I want to make some much cuter window displays in here. I just find it very difficult. Like, it's its own art form. And because I have the windows painted, I also need to like elevate whatever I'm putting in the windows a little bit more so that you can actually see those things. So yeah, if anyone has any tips about how you like to do window display, leave them for me below, because I need all the help I can get. I've been kind of alternating between having paintings and coloring books in the windows, sometimes with a few art supplies like colored pencils, because I do sell art supplies in this space to go with the artwork or coloring books. I sell like watercolor pencils, regular colored pencils, pastels, things like that in here as well. And so I'm trying to figure out a cute way to show those things in the window to really draw people's eye and get some attention. But I'm also doing this on a very small budget, so I'm finding ways to do this without buying a bunch of new things. So here we're going to look at a bunch of the paintings that I have finished in this space. This is the one you just saw me working on. I adore how it turned out with the moss around the edges. Oh, love it so much. The next thing I worked on was this cute little ladybug on a flower, because one of the paintings I sold was a ladybug one, needed to replace it. We've got some more floral work, a Christmas painting, and then this is the original that sold to the man from out of town for his daughter's nursery. Super cool to sell that. And now here is going to be one of the largest pieces I've made in here yet to help fill up more of that gallery space behind my checkout counter. This was my plan. You can't really see it very well because the iPad didn't show up on camera, but it's going to be a kind of semi-abstract, a lot like another painting that you've seen on my wall previously, and you'll get another peek at it here in a second. But stay tuned if you want to see how this one turns out eventually. I'll probably put it in my next video. With the studio update, whenever that next one is. I'm kind of hoping to do a day in the life type video of you joining me for almost a full day going into this studio and gift shop and what I get about to for a full day. So if that sounds fun to you, let me know, and make sure you like and subscribe here so that way you can see that when it does drop. But yeah, This is the painting that I am currently working on, so we're not going to see the finished view of this in this video, but in just a moment I am going to show you how the whole shop is looking currently and how cute and more filled up it's starting to look right now. It's been so nice inviting new people into this space and seeing their faces light up and just kind of be filled with joy and wonder as they look around, because this is a pretty different little shop for our town and people have just said such nice things. So here you're getting a look at how the shop looked for a holiday event, well, or a leading up to Christmas event that we have in town here called Ladies Night. So I got Christmas decorations out, some twinkly lights and some garlands are put around. I filled up this table here and put my two craft show tablecloths on it so it looks much nicer now. More products, mugs and pins and things on the table that I didn't have previously. Some ornaments that I painted. So it just looks so much more full. And in the back, you're seeing a really cool tapestry I added to that cutout in the wall. That made the space so much more charming. This wall keeps changing constantly as I move and shift paintings around. Here's kind of how it looks right now, though, the most up-to-date version of it, I should say. So you can see I have a lot of painting to do to fill those holes on that wall and just get it full of color. It has just been such a joy to be working in this space and sharing what I love with the people in town and people from out of town, and also having my daughter come into this space with me and see her mom running a legit gift shop in town, or art shop too. So my heart is just full of joy in here, and I thank you so much for cheering me on. All of your kind words have just really helped and made me feel more confident. So again, if you ever make it to Crystal Falls, Michigan, I hope you get to pop by and see my little studio here. I've loved sharing it with you so far, and I look forward to sharing even more of the journey with you for the rest of this year. If you have any suggestions, leave them for me below. I loved reading them in the last video. And if you're super lucky when you visit, you'll get to meet my furry little studio assistant too. How cute is she? Everybody say hi to Ketsi. Again, thank you so much for being here and for all of your support. I look forward to seeing you again in another video real soon, but until then, happy art making, my friend.